Welcome, Thunder community, to our Thunder Talk. We're hitting October. I can't believe it. Fall's here. It's getting cooler outside. If you've been outside a little bit and stuff, some nice days and evenings and things like that. So hopefully you're enjoying that. Today I just want to chat a little bit about our first fall sports that went with softball, tennis, and cross country and golf. Tennis this last week finished up the first I call it COVID state championships. Yes, it looked very different as far as there wasn't playbacks, things like that. We took 9 kids down there, and it was awesome. 5 of 7 spots. The kids did a great job representing. It was just if you win, you kept moving on. If you lost, you were done. Just because of the circumstances this year with that. We had some tough draws at the state tournament, but any state tournament's tough. It doesn't matter. And they're all going to be tough. It's going to be tough to, this year because a lot of time they've shrank the size of the state tournament. But I just want to give props to Coach Thurkel and his staff and the kids. They did a great job playing tennis. I appreciate the parents following the rules that we had in place or that we had to follow with masks and social distancing and just things like that. We just have to do our part. And I truly do appreciate that because now we're starting to see that the next sports seasons are getting going with cheer and football. Softball, they're wrapping up a game tonight. It will be Thursday. But good things are happening. They've had a great season. Again, thanks to parents for following the rules and the coaches just for helping us kind of get through this COVID season and stuff. So Coach Ramsey and the softball team, we're super proud of you. The golf team finished up their regional play last week, and we've got Caden Ford that's going to play in the state championship down at Country Club of Colorado on Monday and Tuesday. So we're super excited for him. But again, coaches did a great job managing all the COVID stuff as well as coaching kids, and so it's been fun to watch. And then the last season that will kind of wrap up this first fall is cross country. Coach Leaf and her staff has done a great job managing the biggest number of kids out for a sport right now, and just did a great job. We ran a bunch of races here at Discovery Canyon. Yes, it did look very different. Parents, I truly appreciate you honoring the no parent thing at the as far as watching. I really do appreciate that. Just know that the kids are doing well. There's a couple weeks left. PPAC cross country races today, which is Thursday, and then their regional cross country meet is next week in Denver, and then the state is the next week after that. So we'll see what we get. We still got about 3 races left. And I'm confident that Coach Leaf will have all those kids ready and to be able to compete well. So again, parents, please keep doing what we have to do with the masks, the social distancing at events, in the schools, everywhere. Keep the large gatherings down. I know we all want to have team dinners. I know we want to get together. There will be a time we will get to do that again. But right now, we just gotta let the kids play is what I'm saying. We got to be grateful for that opportunity for kids to get to compete. And I hope the fall season that happened first, I hope that we can step back and reflect that we were just super grateful for that season to happen and those kids being able to compete, because that's the most important thing, especially in this time of, kind of different and craziness. But anyway, with that being said, we've got a couple teams coming on. Football and cheer, so they're going to get going. There's a couple of things with that I want to talk about. I'm super excited for both. Good numbers out, kids wanting to compete, following the rules, things like that. So know this, the coaches are under more regulations than you know. They have to do other things that are expected now with the COVID stuff. So if they're on your kids, or if you get an email that, hey, your kid needs to wear their mask or they're not coming, or your kid gets sent home because they're not following the rules, you have to help us with that, because here's the deal. It only takes one to get everybody else, and then all of a sudden we're shutting down the team, and we don't want that, because the goal is for the kids to compete, because that's what it's about. It's about the kids being able to let them perform and compete. And so please help us do that. And I know that, wherever you're at on the spectrum, we just need to focus in, because that's the right thing to do for the kids. There is going to be limits on capacities at football games. This year it's a little different, because when the decision was made to move fall sports and all the sports seasons into March, our district was moving forward with some, getting some bond issue stuff done and things like that. And then we waited a little bit, and they weren't going to change and then they made a decision to move forward on starting the bond stuff on the stadium. So that means the stadium got tore up. It is tore up. And, and the plan was to have it ready for, March, when, the seasons got rolling, the fall seasons. But since we're out of that, will be playing our 2 home football games. Will be played at Don Bree Stadium. D38 has reached out to us to help us. Some the other school districts have been great. D11 has taken on a couple of the other schools in our district, and we just are grateful for those. I am super grateful for that community around us that are helping us with that. And so there is stadium limits, and we've got a plan down that we're gonna honor the players and their parents, and then we'll move from there. But when we travel, the stadium limits are different. So I'm going to tell you this: if you don't get a ticket to go to a game, do not show up to a game. Whether it's a home game for us, whether it's an away game, don't show up, because you have to leave. They're not going to keep you on there. There's going to be more security out, things like that. And it's not that I don't want you there. It's just that we can't. We're going to try to live stream every game that we can, whether the home team live streams it or if we live stream it. And we'll see what happens with that. So we're going to try to do it through a YouTube live account, and just see if we can live stream those events. So I just want you to know that there are going to be tickets out. We will allow some of our student population to come, but it's going to be, there's going to be a way that we select it and things like that. And we're going to honor our football players and our cheerleaders and a couple of their immediate family. And then, but after that, if you're a person like me that, this year, besides being the athletic director, and it's part of my duties, but if I wasn't, I love high school football. I think it's super fun. And I like the atmosphere that it brings. I'd be at a game or two, just as a fan. And I know that we have a lot of those fans, but this year they can't. The grandma and grandpas, the younger siblings, though, they're going to have to stay home this year. There won't be a way to get them in. So if you have a ticket, but your 10-year-old, sibling doesn't, you're not going to get in. Only one can get in, because we have capacity limits. These capacity limits are not set by CHSAA. They're not set by District 20. They're not set by DCC High School or any other. They are set by El Paso County Health, and or the other health departments wherever we play. Okay, so there's a calculator that they put out that we have to figure, square footage and all that. So I just want you to be prepared. Okay. At our own venue here, when we play lower level JV and C squad games, our capacity limit is 250. 250 is it. What we're asking for those lower level JV and C squad football games, that only parents come. There won't be an actual ticket, but we will count everybody that enters the stadium. And so I'm just saying the kids are going to have to stay at home, the siblings, things like that. We just cannot have that capacity in there. And if it gets too much to manage, all we do is we'll have to shut it down, because I'm not gonna suspend the kids from not playing just because we are trying to push the envelope on our capacity limit. We will get our capacity limit. Trust me, we will be at that capacity limit. But you got to do your part this year, and stuff. JV and C squad games more than likely will not be broadcast. Just so you know, I know coaches film them a lot of times, so maybe that's an avenue. But we're still working on some logistics with D38 and things like that, and we'll get that out. Separate emails going directly to football and cheer parents today, just with kind of the plan. So just know that, and we're going to try to get some of our student population there because I think that's important for our seniors, juniors to get to some of those games to root on. But again, masks, we'll have to wear masks. We'll have to 6 feet social distance. There will be marks on the stadium where we'll have to sit, things like that. So those things we're going to have to do, and we need to do it well. And our home games aren't until like week 3 of the season, and so just know that. So I'm super excited for the season, and looking forward to getting these 2 sports up and running. We want to give again, props out to the Falls coaches that got things going. They got it going in the right direction. So we're super thankful for those communities, and those coaches. So if you see them, tell them thanks, because it was a lot of work. Even though seasons were shortened, it was a lot of work. And they did a great job. So we're super excited for this. We're going to remain positive, and just remember that we got to be grateful for our kids the opportunity to compete, because that's what we're after. We're after them being able to compete. Thanks so much, Thunder. I'm super excited to be your athletic director, and I'm wishing you well. Let me know if there's things we can help you with, and look forward to seeing you. Bye.